The profound teachings of the Three Refuges. Let's first talk about the environment. When we observe the entire world, from the three realms to everything within it, whether big or small, refined or coarse, they all undergo the cycle of arising, abiding, changing, and ceasing. This cycle is unceasing and constant. Arising refers to things coming into existence. Abiding means staying in existence for a while. Changing is the process of deterioration. And ceasing is when something reaches its end or disappears. This cycle applies to ordinary things like houses and containers, as well as to grand natural features like mountains and oceans. The same principles apply. Just as a vast ocean can change into dry land and vice versa, it is clear that all phenomena are impermanent. There is nothing that can be relied upon. Furthermore, all sentient beings in the world, regardless of their wealth, social status, or circumstances, also experience the cycle of birth, existence, change, and cessation. Birth is when they come into existence. Existence is their period of growth and living. Change is when they age and face decline. And cessation is when their life comes to an end. This cycle is inescapable. Even those born into poverty or prosperity, they all go through this cycle of birth, existence, change, and cessation. After death, they may be reborn in realms such as heaven, hell, as animals, or even as humans again, depending on their karmic actions. This is why there is an endless and continuous cycle of existence known as samsara. As ancient sages said, the matter of birth and death is of utmost importance and should not be taken lightly. This is the essence of the teaching, the rarity and preciousness of obtaining a human birth in the cycle of existence. It emphasizes that while there are various realms of existence, such as heavenly beings, asuras, hungry ghosts, animals, and hell beings, only the human realm offers a favorable condition for spiritual practice and realization. Other realms like the heavens, asuras, hungry ghosts, animals, and hell are difficult to attain spiritual growth because of various challenges and distractions. For example, heavenly beings become engrossed in pleasure and often neglect spiritual pursuits, while asuras are characterized by anger and opposition to the path. Hungry ghosts are tormented by constant hunger and cannot focus on spiritual practice. Animals are driven by instinct and lack the capacity for spiritual development, and hell beings endure continuous suffering, making it impossible to practice. The human realm is considered the most suitable for spiritual progress. Even though humans face suffering and challenges, the conditions for spiritual awakening are relatively favorable. People can still experience some comfort and stability, allowing them to embark on the path to enlightenment. Obtaining a human birth is considered extremely rare and precious. The passage likens the chance of being born as a human to threading a needle on the top of a tall mountain or a blind turtle sticking its head into a hole in a floating piece of wood in a vast ocean. The analogy underscores the rarity of human birth and the difficulty of achieving it. Once a human birth is attained, it should not be taken for granted, as it offers a unique opportunity for spiritual progress. Losing this opportunity and being reborn in other realms can result in an immensely long cycle of existence, with much suffering and limited chances for spiritual growth. The passage cites a story about Shariputra seeing ants and realizing that they had been reborn as ants for 91 eons due to their past karma. This illustrates the potential consequences of rebirth in less favorable realms. The overall message is a reminder of the preciousness of a human life and the importance of using it wisely to cultivate spiritual understanding and liberation. In summary, this passage emphasizes the rarity of obtaining a human birth and the unique opportunity it provides for spiritual practice and awakening. It encourages individuals to make the most of their human lives and not squander this precious chance. The value and rarity of hearing the Buddha's teachings, the Dharma, and the conditions necessary for it to be considered true hearing. The passage begins by emphasizing the uniqueness and preciousness of the Buddha's teachings. It contrasts material wealth, which can only benefit the physical aspect of life, with religious and philosophical teachings that may address the mind, but often increase confusion and fail to lead to liberation. In contrast, the Buddha's teachings are considered a true treasure because they can dispel ignorance, awaken wisdom, alleviate suffering, and ultimately lead to liberation from the cycle of birth and death. However, the passage acknowledges that the Buddha's teachings are difficult to encounter and understand. Hearing the Dharma requires the presence of favorable conditions and a foundation of good karma. There are several challenges to hearing the Dharma. Geographical limitations. Some people are born in remote regions where Buddhism is not present or taught, making it impossible for them to encounter the Dharma. False teachings. In the declining age, various wrong views and false teachings abound. It becomes challenging to distinguish between authentic Buddhism and distorted interpretations. Some teachings may appear similar, but lack the true essence of the Dharma. External paths. People may encounter teachings that appear to be Buddhism, but are mixed with external paths or teachings that are not in line with the authentic Dharma. This can lead to confusion and misinterpretation, lack of understanding. Even when people encounter the genuine Dharma, they may not have the capacity to understand it fully. The passage quotes a sutra saying that the Buddha's teachings are beyond the grasp of the unprepared mind. To be considered genuine hearing of the Dharma, certain conditions must be met. These conditions include encountering the true and authentic Dharma, having the ability to understand and believe in its teachings, and having the willingness and enthusiasm to practice and follow the Dharma. Uses the metaphor of 4 different types of horses to emphasize the importance of diligence and awareness in the practice of Buddhism. First horse. The first type of horse is so alert and sensitive that it immediately responds to the sight of the whip's shadow, even before the whip touches its body. This horse requires no further encouragement to run. Second horse. The second type of horse only needs to feel the light touch of the whip's hair to start running. It is also quite responsive. Third horse. The third type of horse requires a slightly stronger stimulus, with the whip having to make a small impact before it starts running. Fourth horse. The fourth and final type of horse is unresponsive until it is pierced by an iron spike, causing pain and injury. Only then does it begin to move. The metaphor illustrates that awareness and sensitivity vary among individuals. Some people are quick to respond to the teachings of Buddhism and require little motivation to practice diligently, while others may need more encouragement or even personal challenges to awaken to the path. The passage concludes by highlighting the impermanence of life and the preciousness of the human birth and the opportunity to hear and practice the Dharma. It encourages readers to develop a sense of urgency and diligence in their practice, as life is fleeting and the chance to make progress on the path should not be wasted. The Three Refuges, also known as the Triple Gem, are a fundamental ritual in Buddhism, signifying one's formal entry into the Buddhist faith. It involves taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, teachings, and the Sangha, community of monks and nuns. Each refuge symbolizes reliance and reverence. Refuge in the Buddha. This signifies relying on the guidance and inspiration of the Buddha. The Buddha is regarded as our teacher and a source of spiritual awakening. We respect the Buddha and aim to learn from his teachings to walk the right path. Refuge in the Dharma. This represents dependence on the teachings and principles taught by the Buddha. These teachings help us discover truth and wisdom. We aspire to purify our minds and achieve inner peace and purity through learning and practicing the Dharma. Refuge in the Sangha. This denotes relying on the monastic community of Buddhism, the Sangha. The Sangha represents the lineage and guidance of the Buddha's teachings. Monks and nuns are our spiritual guides, helping us understand and practice the Dharma. In summary, the Three Refuges mark a significant step into Buddhism, signifying our formal commitment to respecting the Buddha, following the Dharma, and seeking guidance from the Sangha. The Buddha's teachings emphasize avoiding unwholesome actions, practicing virtuous deeds, and purifying our inner selves to attain happiness and inner peace. This ritual serves as a reminder to continually reflect on the Triple Gem and strive to embody Buddhist values for a more fulfilling and contented life.